Welcome to a new episode of Norway Perspectives, brought to you by Norway Relocation Group, your expert resource for building a new life in Norway, not just through relocation and registration, but through long-term integration and opportunity. In today's episode, we focus on something increasingly important for skilled immigrants, creative professionals, and entrepreneurs. How to open a business in Norway as a foreigner. Whether you're planning to freelance, consult, open a cafe, start an online business, or run a small company. Norway's business system is structured, transparent, and supportive, but also detailed and sometimes slow. In this episode, we'll cover whether you're allowed to start a business based on your visa or permit, how to register a sole proprietorship or limited company, tax responsibilities and reporting requirements, common mistakes new business owners make, cultural differences in business communication, the importance of learning Norwegian for working with banks, clients, and tax authorities, and how NLS Norwegian Language School helps entrepreneurs succeed by teaching real-world business language and communication. Let's begin. 1. Can a foreigner start a business in Norway? The short answer is yes, but with conditions. To legally open a business, you must have a valid residence permit, be legally living in Norway, have a D number or fødselsnummer, have a Norwegian bank account. If you're a citizen of an EU/EEA country, you can start and run a business without applying for a special work permit, but you still need to register your stay and get a D number. If you're a non-EU/EEA citizen, check the conditions on your residence permit. Work permits often allow self-employment with approval. Study permits usually don't. Family permits may allow it. Depending on the case, you must check with UDI or a legal advisor before registering a company. 2. Choosing the right legal structure. The two most common legal structures in Norway are A. Enkeltpersonforetak, ENK. Sole proprietorship. Easy to register. No starting capital required. Profits are taxed as personal income. You are personally responsible for debts used by freelancers, artists, small service providers. B. Aksjeselskap, AS, limited liability company, requires minimum 30,000 NOK in share capital profits taxed separately from your personal income. You're protected from company debts. More formal reporting required common for tech startups, cafes, retail, and scalable businesses. Both types are registered via the Brønnøysund Register Center, breg.no, and most people use Altinn to submit their application digitally using Bank ID. Need help choosing the right setup? Norway Relocation Group can walk you through the options based on your goals. 3. How to register your business. Here's a simplified checklist for setting up your company. Get your D number or fødselsnummer. Choose your business name and type, ENK or AS. Prepare your business purpose, formal, in Norwegian Register through altinn.no or directly at breg.no. Open a business bank account. Register for VAT, MVA, if you expect to earn more than 50,000 NOK per year. Choose an accountant, or prepare to file your own reports. Start keeping detailed records from day one. Most new businesses in Norway are expected to send digital invoices, EHF format, file a tax return each year, submit VAT returns every 2 months, if registered for VAT, use structured accounting software. You don't need a Norwegian citizen to register with you, but all documents must be submitted in Norwegian, and you will receive official letters in Norwegian only. That's why learning functional business Norwegian is critical, and we recommend NLS Norwegian Language School for their specialized business-focused courses. 4. What taxes do business owners pay? This depends on your business type. If you have an ENK, sole proprietorship, you are taxed as an individual. You must pay advance tax 4 times per year, called forskuddsskatt. You pay a combination of income tax and national insurance. You must keep track of all income and expenses. You may also need to charge and report VAT if over the threshold. If you have an AS, limited company, the company pays 22% corporate tax on profits. You can choose to pay yourself a salary or dividend. You must withhold tax and pay employer fees for salaries. You must file annual reports and audited financial statements. If over a certain size, there are many deductions you can claim, including office expenses, equipment, travel, and even language training, if relevant to your business. But don't rely on Google. This is where a licensed accountant or legal advisor is highly recommended. 5. What are the cultural expectations for doing business in Norway? Running a business in Norway means adapting to Norwegian business culture, which is built on trust and transparency, clear contracts and written communication, punctuality and directness, low hierarchy, titles matter less than collaboration, work-life balance. Overworking is seen as a red flag, not a badge of honor. This also means email communication should be polite, professional, and direct. Prices and terms are not negotiated as aggressively as in some cultures. You must follow formal procedures, even for simple things like paying an invoice or cancelling a service. People expect consistency, not hard sales. 6. Common mistakes newcomers make. Some of the biggest mistakes we see: starting a business before checking their residence permit, not registering for VAT when required, ignoring opt-in messages and missing deadlines, not keeping proper documentation or receipts, believing Norwegians all speak English and not learning Norwegian, using informal contracts or none at all, underestimating startup costs, especially taxes and social fees. All of these are preventable, and Norway Relocation Group helps clients avoid them every day. 7. Why learning Norwegian is critical for business. Even if your clients speak English, your bank, tax authority, insurance company, and suppliers likely won't. You'll receive letters from Skatteetaten, the tax office, deadlines from Altinn, business registration, updates from Brønnøysund banking terms and agreements, all in Norwegian. And if you're dealing with customers, suppliers, or partners, speaking some Norwegian builds trust and credibility fast. At NLS Norwegian Language School, we offer business-specific vocabulary, cultural communication training, role play for phone calls, contracts, and emails, CEFR-aligned courses for beginner to advanced learners, evening, weekend, and online options for working entrepreneurs. Build your business. Build your Norwegian. Start both with confidence. NLS Norwegian. No. 8. Final thoughts. Starting a business in a new country is a big step. But in Norway, it's also a manageable and well-supported one. The systems are digital, the laws are clear, and the opportunities are real. But success requires planning, legal awareness, cultural fluency, and language skills. At Norway Relocation Group, we've helped freelancers, consultants, online businesses, and local cafes get started the right way, from permits and registration to compliance and communication. And for learning the language of business, we always recommend NLS Norwegian Language School, where the focus is on language for life and work, not just textbook theory. Thanks for watching this episode of Norway Perspectives. Like, subscribe, and share with someone who's ready to build something new in Norway. And we'll see you in the next episode.